was all I had left over. Whee, that's cutting it close. I'm going to do the twist for the top piece. This is 1/2 inch hot roll. I tried cold roll once and I am not man enough to twist cold roll with this compact bender. So yeah, it's hot roll 1/2 inch, 3 foot long piece. That's the maximum what this thing can do in length. So now let's see how I gotta do it this way, don't I? It's been too long since I've done this. I wanted to make several more videos on this compact bender, some tutorials, since everybody liked my first one I did, but just haven't really had the time. Heck, I only had time to get back to the trebuchet, and that's very sad. Okay, it is flush with the top and bottom. And then I'll just start twisting. Get a workout. I think I'm about to my max. That's about as much as I can do. So we'll call it quits. Yeah, that'll work. All right, thankfully it's lunchtime. On a little bit of a side note here, I decided this table really is just not working for me. You know, I keep thinking it'd be nice for big projects, but the table is actually just too big. Of course, I don't have it organized yet. You know, I kind of want to put some racks on the wall back there to hang the grinders on and some clamps and some other stuff. You know, get the radio off of here, move the press to the correct place. But even at that, it's really difficult to work on this big of a table. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. It's just too big of a table. Honestly, I'd be a lot better off just getting rid of this table and putting that other square table I had over here and used over here all the time here. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because I still got to figure out where to mount my ring roller so I can use it, and I like having the compact bender on here. But beyond that, it's in the way. I don't know. What made me think of that was I wanted to put the pieces of metal up here and start welding together, but I can't get it to lay up here correctly like I want. Oh, and the other thing is getting around it. Because, you know, I can't get around the back side of the table at all, and you can't reach across it to the back side. So basically that back half of the table, basically from the radio back, is just wasted. I can't use that area at all. But anyway, I need to stop rambling about that and get back to work. So I'm going to be setting this up on the floor. I don't like working on the floor. I was hoping my days of working on the floor were over since I had this big table over here now, but still not working for me. So anyway, quit rambling and get back to work. Jeez. Oh man. That light is really going to wreak havoc on this, isn't it? Well, I don't know if you can see what's going on or not. Let me find a different angle, see if I can get a little better here. I really wish I would have thought about the camera before I set up in the sun there. But I've got everything squared where I want it to be, so we're going to have to go with the shot. You'll see more of this later. But anyway, let's start tacking things together. I have this piece of I-beam back here. If you can tell, that's a piece of I-beam. That's what I'm going off of a square. I got blocks to get it up off the concrete to help make up for the, you know, twist in the concrete and all that. And I'm just going to start spotting things together. A little bit different angle. Maybe with all these different angles you can figure out what the heck is going on. grind that down before I can put that in there. Yeah, I covered up the window. Didn't want to. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, I've got that spotted in here. I need to make saddle cuts on this one, which I'm just going to do with the bench grinder real quick, where it fits that. I have a scrap piece of this pipe here, and I'm just going to take the bench grinder and try to make some resemblance of a saddle cut. It doesn't have to be super close. You know, this ain't structural here, this is just ornamental, so close enough is close enough. The reason I showed that is because, as they say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. If you want to make really good saddle cuts, I made a video on that. I'll try to put the link here in the video. If not, the link will definitely be down in the description box. But it uses a bandsaw or a chop saw to make saddle cuts. I really recommend doing it that way. Okay. That should fit in there. That rolls up to there. Just enough to barely hold it. Well, that's darn close to center. I'm off maybe less than 1/8 inch, which is okay for this project. Go over that way a little bit. Pull towards the weld. There. Alright. Get this other end put together. Well, I need my shims. I don't have enough of those to go around. My helmet won't stay up today. It must be warmer than normal. Darn it. I really just need to make a jig for this. As many of these as I keep making. Print the back, I think, down here. Whew, that's short. Okay. And 18 1/8. 18. So, off the same again though. Bring that in. See if that's square. That is right on. Probably not. Alright. No. we go. There. Okay, call that square to the world. I don't know if I said it earlier or not, but I like twisting this metal before I take the wire wheel to it or the flap disc. In this case, I just took the wire wheel to it after I twist it, because once you twist it, a lot of that mill scale will just fall right off. It doesn't take long at all to polish up after it's been twisted or bent or whatever. Maybe you've noticed that if you've ever done any mill working, but wherever you bend it and then you hit it with the wire wheel, along that bend, man, it'll shine up like you won't believe. You know what? I forgot to make sure those ends were in line with each other. You notice on the right side over here it's laying flat on the angle iron, and this side's at 45. So that means I gotta twist this one just a little bit more. Stick it back in the picket machine and give it a little more of a twist. Definitely a little hot for that. That's okay. Doesn't look quite square, does it? It's all leaning this way, isn't it? Son of a gun. Ooh. Darn thing still better be square. And I need ground patch. Yep. Now I got a big old long doodaddy on there. Now those are really bubbling away. The 3 that I pulled out, I'm going to take outside and hit with the wire wheel real quick. I'll go ahead and show you a clip of that real quick. Some of you might be asking, well, why on earth did you go to all the work to use electrolysis if you still got to use the wire wheel? It only takes seconds to clean it with the wire wheel after this electrolysis. Whereas if I just take the horseshoes without doing the electrolysis, it takes me almost an hour to get 7 of them clean with the wire wheel. It takes forever. This stuff will just fall off. This scale that's on here will just fall off in seconds. So I'll go show you real quick. This is the dirtiest one, and we'll see if it comes clean quick or not. See how fast that comes off? It just takes nothing. I'm over at the Atlas. Gonna put a radius on the end of this shaft. I didn't show much for setup or anything because that's really not the point of this video. And you can't see any of that, can you? And after a little more polishing, I'll flip it over, do the same thing to the other side of the shaft, stick it in the bandsaw and lop those off. Unfortunately, I'm out of battery. But I guess I really don't have any choice other than to say I will just show you these when we put them on tomorrow then. I got the, I guess, balls made. I don't know quite what you want to consider them. The ends of the horns, I guess we'll call them, welded on. Like I said, my battery was dead, so I couldn't film any of that, but that's okay. Not that big of a deal. So right now I'm going to start in on wheels. And I have the coil of iron laying right here that we're going to use. So I need to figure out what 24 inches times pi is and cut a chunk of that and then start rolling it. Maybe this is a cheesy way of doing this, but I just realized that I have a Trebuchet Tuesday on how I make these wheels. So instead of filming all this right now and wasting my time setting up the camera, if you actually want to see how I make the wheels, just click on this episode of Trebuchet Tuesday. Should be clickable right here. If not, I'll try to remember to put the link down in the description box. Yeah, and just go watch how I do the wheels. Because there's really no reason for me to film that all over again. Put it in here and add, I don't know, 10 minutes to a video that there really doesn't add any content to. Alright, so let's skip the wheels and we'll get back to putting this thing together.